But Doc, talking about our institutions in this country letting us down. This morning, I am so depressed and horrified and frightened.
By what? And
this
about
state
what?
capture matter we have been talking about.
Lands.
Lands. The Lands Commission.
Again.
Doc, you won't believe what is going on. You recall that demolition that shocked the nation. The demolition of plot number 94 at North Labone, which belongs to former Ambassador J.B. Lomote.
Yes.
At the time, the Vice President's office was even linked because the gentleman who masterminded the demolition, according to the family, said he is chief and he's from the Vice President's office. He has contacts and he had military support, police support, brazenly demolished the residential property owned by the Lomotes in Labone, a property they have owned for more than 60 years. The Vice President's office, you recall, issued a statement saying that they know nothing about it and that they have asked the IGP to investigate. As usual, anytime this government, in a state capture matter, tells you that we've asked the IGP to investigate, that's it. The IGP, the Ghana Police Service, will not provide any updates. They hope that everybody will forget. But we have been doing some more parliamentary oversight, some more digging into this matter. And what is emerging is more shocking than the demolition, Doc. Let me read this letter from the Lands Commission, dated 5th September 2024, to the Managing Director of Dream Citrix Limited. We now know that the demolition was masterminded by a company known as Dream Citrix Limited. And, Doc, please pay attention to this letter. Without prejudice, dear sir, notice of withdrawal of lease granted to Dream Citrix Limited, land situate at Labone Residential Area, Accra. Reference is made to the above mentioned subject. The Lands Commission allocated this subject site to you as a replacement of an earlier offer made to you, which said allocation failed. However, having granted a lease over the subject site, it has come to our attention that the site forms part of the area managed by State Housing Company Limited, and same was allocated to Mr. J.B. Lomote, which same lease has been renewed by State Housing Company Limited for Ms. Esther Adote. In view of the above, the Lands Commission is withdrawing the lease dated 18th June 2024, made between the government and yourself over the subject site. And by this, we are notifying Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly of the above decision to withdraw any statutory permit granted to you based on the lease. The office, however, further informs you that the options available to you is that either a replacement of land, when available, over an unencumbered land of similar value, or any statutory fees paid in relation to the subject site will be refunded accordingly. Yours faithfully, and this is signed by Timothy Anyedoho, Regional Lands Officer. Copied to the Managing Director, State Housing Company Limited, Accra. The Ms. Esther Adote, the Divisional Commander, Ghana Police Service, the Municipal Chief Executive, Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly, the Municipal Engineer, Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly, and the Municipal Planner, Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly. Doc, how on earth did the Lands Commission not carry out any due diligence? The Lands Commission of Ghana. They didn't know that that property, number 94 North Labone, is a State Housing Company property which they have leased legitimately to Ambassador Lomote's family. The Lands Commission and the State Housing Company are not in communication. All the noise being made about digitalization, we are to believe that there is a Chinese war between the Lands Commission and the State Housing Company. Now in this letter, Doc, Lands Commission is virtually saying that we made a mistake. that we should not have granted you this lease.
But how can you give something that you don't have?
I mean, incredible. Incredible. And you know what is happening? This letter does not address compensation.
So on so hold on a bit. So you're saying that the Lands Commission allocated a property.
Yes. That does not belong to them.
That does not belong to them, to a company.
Yes. Dream Citrix.
And that company, on the basis of that allocation, went to demolish somebody's house.
Yes, they just demolished it.
With military and police.
Yes. And you know, I have another letter here, dated 29 August 2024, from the Ladade Kotopon Municipal Assembly. Regional Commander, Ghana Police Service, addressed to them. Dear sir, request for police assistance. The Ladade Kotopon Municipal Assembly has issued a demolition permit to Dream Citrix based on the presentation of required documents by the applicant. So with this, the Lands Commission letter, they then went to Ladade Kotopon for a demolition permit.
Okay.
Dream Citrix intends to carry out the demolition works on Saturday, 31st August 2024, under the supervision of the Works Department. Regulation 45 of Building of Regulations 2022 LI 2465. On this note, we would like to request for police assistance for our staff who will supervise the demolition of the structures. Please find attached Dream Citrix documents submitted to us for permits. And this is signed by Engineer Maxwell Edubuati. And with this, this is what they showed to the family, asked all of them to move out. No notice was even given them to even pack their valuables. And they proceeded to demolish the property in 4 hours. Ladade Kotopon is telling us, per this letter, that Ladade Kotopon too, after all these years, 60 years of collecting property rates, they didn't know that that building belongs to State Housing. That letter they were relying on from Lands Commission was valueless and baseless and fraudulent and dubious. Now, as we speak, only last week, this poor family decides to erect a wall, pardon me, on their land, because it's now bare land, but at least they want to protect it. Will you believe that these same Dream Citrix guys moved in last week to demolish the wall?
Just last week.
Just last week. That's why I tell you I'm horrified.
When is the Lands Commission letter dated? The
5th September 2024.
About a month ago.
Yeah, more than
2 months ago.
Yes.
So are they?
And they are still acting with
and
Dream Citrix is still acting with impunity. And I've seen videos of the directors of Dream Citrix with the vice president and the second lady. The directors are Ken Ajimambedu, Cynthia Ajimambedu, Neil Ante Kwakupon, acting with impunity.
So when you say you've seen them with the vice president, what does it mean? You saw them demolishing?
No, there's some relationship. There's this close proximity. I'm still investigating that. That is why, you know, the guy, the Ken Ajimambedu chief, flaunts that. And that's what he's using to intimidate the family. That he is connected. He has links. Then he shows them the videos. How they party together and they are in Sonam and all of that. I can show you those videos. I'll forward them to you. I'll forward them to Nana. And using that to intimidate this poor family. Last week, only last week, I'll share the videos with you. I've shared it with your producer. At least they want to salvage what is left. Nobody now is telling them about compensation, how they will get their two-story property back. They are erecting a wall. They go and demolish the wall. Look, this company, Dream Citrix, have more documents. They went to court when this matter broke. Dream Citrix versus Sylvester Davis Eshen, the grandson of Ambassador Lomote, the late Ambassador Lomote. When the documents were filed by Sylvester Davis Eshen, including these documents I have here, from the State Housing Company, signed by Edward Y. Iwa, head of estates, to the registrar, High Court, Accra. Dear sir or madam, plot number 94, North Laboni Housing Estate. We write to inform and confirm that plot number 94, North Laboni Estate, originally in the name of J.B. Lomote, has been vested in the names of his lawful beneficiaries as per his will. The renewal of the lease of the property is underway and will be concluded soon, because payments have been made for the renewal. And yours faithfully, Edward Y. Uwa. When these documents were filed, the Dream Citrus guys withdrew the case. I have the court documents here, dated 11th October 2024, only last month. Notice to withdraw the application. Dream Citrus versus Sylvester Davis Eshan. Then the judge, Kenneth Edem Kujoji, the Justice of the High Court, rules by court, this application is struck out as withdrawn. So there is absolutely no basis. They could not even pursue their claims because Lands Commission.
They went to demolish last
and
week.
Yet only last week they are harassing the family. Look, there are 5 other families who have come to see me in that same Labone Cantonments enclave. The same characters, same modus operandi.
That's what almost happened to GIS.
That's exactly what happened to GIS. So what's going on in this country? Are we in a jungle or what? Are we in a jungle? Look, Ghana Police Service, who continue to offer protection to Dream Citrix, including last week's unlawful demolition of their wall. Their lawyers, the lawyers of the family, have reminded the Ghana Police Service of a complaint they filed. I have that petition here, dated 11th October 2024. The Director, Criminal Investigations Department, Ghana Police Service, Headquarters, Accra. Read, petition to the Inspector General of Police, request for investigation against Dream Citrix Limited, and notice to commence legal action. We write as solicitors for the JB Lomote family, hearing after called our client, and as regards the above mentioned subject. We are informed by our client that by a letter dated 4th September 2024, they made complaints to you concerning the unlawful demolition of the family's property situated at North Labone, Accra by Dream Citrix Limited. Since the complaint was made, we are informed by the client that the police has failed to give the case the required attention. Until date, an investigator has not been appointed for the complaint filed by our client. The above notwithstanding, Dream Citrix Limited has rather been using the police apparatus to harass the family and continues to unlawfully enter the land. Our client deems this development as unfortunate, as it is apparent that the police service is openly supporting the persons who have defiantly demolished the family's property. The directors of Dream Citrix Limited are Kembedi Akun Ajimambedu, Cynthia Ajimambedu, and Neil Adekwakupon. The mobile contacts are the provider. I will not provide that on air for privacy issues. For ease of reference, we have attached the company's profile and writ of summons issued by Dream Citrix Limited, confirming that the company did the demolition. Our clients hereby request that an investigator be assigned to the complaint, lodged for investigations to commence. This letter also serves as a formal notice of our client's intention to commence legal action against the police service for its role in the unlawful demolition of the building, counting on your usual cooperation. And this is from the Chambers, Roman Levy and Associates. Look, what's going on in this country? Meanwhile, the Ghana Police Service, per the Vice President's statement of Friday, September 6, 2024, I have a copy here, signed by Gideon Bwako. Let me read that statement. Rejoinder, alleged involvement of Vice President's office in property demolition at Cantonments and Labone. The Office of the Vice President has taken notice of news items alleging unlawful entry and demolition of some properties in the Cantonments and Labone areas. The perpetrators of these acts are alleged to have indicated that they are from the Vice President's office. We wish to place on record that the Vice President or his office does not have any interest in any property in the Cantonments and Labone areas where such acts are alleged to have occurred. Also, no officer, agent, or assigned has been directed by the Vice President or his office to secure and or interfere in any matter pertaining to lands or properties in the Labone and Cantonments areas. We call on the IGP and the police hierarchy to collaborate with the victims to apprehend the perpetrators for the necessary legal action. We are by this release calling on the general public to treat as false any information contrary to the position stated above. Signed, Gideon Bwako, PhD. This is since Friday, September 6, 2024.
So my question...
The people have not been apprehended.
So my question is that...
No report to the public.
My question is that...
And these guys are still marauding.
So Sammy,
demolishing walls, demolishing properties.
Sammy, my question is that the police...
Yes.
Had a request from a group.
Yes.
With this Lada de Kotopon assembly letter.
Yes.
requesting for police assistance.
Yes, to go and demolish.
So the police is aware.
Yes.
Of those who requested for the assistance
exactly.
to go and do the demolition. As the police telling us that they are unable to find the same people who sought the assistance
yes.
to go and demolish.
Yes. And who last week they offered protection to go and demolish the wall. So this is a second demolition by these guys. When they have withdrawn their court case, the Lands Commission has said that, look, we made a mistake. We should have checked with State Housing Company. So we are withdrawing this lease.
But what kind of mistake is this?
I mean, it's a cock and bull story, of course. We know that. They were hoping that this, they were hoping that the family would not. Yes.
Story building.
Two-story building
was pulled down.
Pulled down because of mistake by our institutions. Lands Commission. A property that doesn't belong to you.
Is a mistake.
That's what they are claiming. Yeah. They didn't talk to State Housing Corporation. And Doc, you see why we have been struggling in Parliament over the last 3 years when we asked for the full list of state properties from the Lands Minister, from the Works and Housing Minister. You see why we are struggling? I am convinced that it's deliberate not to provide the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana with information on the state of our national assets, of landed properties, of bungalows. I mean, it's such a jungle. It's so chaotic. It's a total mess. And this is an era where digitalization is being touted, that has made such a huge difference, and with a click of a button, we can know what is going on. And you have this injustice, this impunity reigning supreme, total impunity. I mean, what's going on in this country? What's going on in this country? When are we going to stop this injustice? And look, I've been looking into Dream Citrix, hurriedly incorporated when the MPP came into power on 15 September 2017. No track record, and suddenly they are so powerful. Whatever they want, they point to a building, Lands Commission rights. Give it to them. What makes them so powerful? And why is Lands Commission appearing so let me control my language. Why?
Anyway.